It's a great destination to visit. It's a great place to live in.
Oman is an open economy. It's a stable country.
And I think it's a place that's very welcoming to foreign investment.
Oman is a land of peace, prosperity, and promise.
The Sultanate of Oman, a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and modernity. Just 40 years ago, Oman was an isolated country with a mere 6 kilometers of paved roads and a subsistence economy based on fishing. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said's rule began in 1970, when he began the transformation of Oman into the open nation it is today. The visionary leader launched an ambitious program of investing Oman's growing oil revenues into sustainable economic development and an improved quality of life for Omanis. Today, Oman's infrastructure across all sectors, from tourism to health, is cutting edge, and the Omani economy is one of the most robust in the world. Oman is a hybrid of modern developments and traditional charm. An Arabian Renaissance welcoming expatriates and investors into its fold. Oman is home to over 1.6 million expats living alongside 2.1 million Omanis. Yet this modern success story hasn't robbed Oman of its hospitality and traditional roots.
It's a beautiful country. I lived in it all my life. It has over 1,700 kilometers of coastline, beautiful beaches, mountain terrain, desert terrain with a lot of desert sports, of course, associated with it. Well-developed infrastructure, great opportunity for business as well as pleasure.
All over the Sultanate, ornate mosques, bustling souks, vast stretches of pristine beaches and unspoiled mountain landscapes go hand in hand with recent world-class developments, like Muscat's lavish Royal Opera House and the new state-of-the-art highways. Through His Majesty's Vision 2020 and the 5-year plan, which involves the spending of $78 billion by 2015, the government is focusing on further infrastructure developments to strengthen the Sultanate's role as a global trade, logistics and business center. But who is going to be financing these major projects set out by the government?
The economy is growing, and the banks are really doing their job in intermediation, and they are really encouraging the savers to save more. Plus, the country is also inviting foreign investment into the country. So collectively, by the foreign investment coming into the country and the credits created by the banking sector with the increased deposit base, I think the banks are going to be able really to cover the demand for financing these mega projects. Of course, the government has the capability to finance these projects, but it is the private sector who will be in need of the bank finance to really execute these projects for the government.
A lot of resources have been invested on manpower, which is a very important stable factor for long-term business to prosper. There are financial incentives available for the business houses to be in. And with the population and the business which is continuing to grow, by itself is a very big incentive to do business in Oman.
Providing a wide range of world-class construction services since 1992. We pride ourselves on delivering what we promise while always maintaining the highest professional standards. Our vision is to emerge as a large and diversified construction organization capable of executing and delivering complex and challenging projects. Al Wataniya United, your reliable construction partner in Oman. Al Wataniya, building the Oman of tomorrow.
Strabag, bringing world-class infrastructure to Oman and beyond. Strabag has completed a wide range of major projects throughout Oman. From roads, bridges and airports to commercial complexes, dams, harbor developments and more. Oman's Sahar Sur Bridge and the Al Amarat Dam are just two of Strabag's recent projects. Strabag Oman, a local company supported by their parent company in Europe.
Strategically located on the Arabian Gulf, Oman has been a trade hub for centuries, sharing its seafaring history with its counterparts in Africa, India and Greater Asia. A true melting pot of cultures, the Sultanate has long been known for its tolerance and hospitality and has opened its doors to the world both culturally and economically. Oman joined the World Trade Organization in 2000 and has since established flourishing trade relationships with multiple Asian markets. The Sultanate is consistently striving to form new links with Asia.
The relationship between Oman and the Asian countries have been growing rapidly for the recent past years. And we see that there is a great potential that the bilateral trade between Oman and the Asian countries will continue. Most of the foreign investment is coming from the Asian countries. Therefore, I think, and also most of our exports and imports are being Asian-oriented.
In fact, China was Oman's #1 trade partner in 2012, with Japan, India, South Korea and Singapore following closely behind. The Singaporean embassy opened in Muscat in 2013. And the GCC Singapore Free Trade Agreement shows both countries' commitment to further economic ties. Oman offers numerous incentives and tax concessions for foreign investors, along with a growing network of free zones and industrial estates designed as the ideal locations for trade-orientated companies. Big-name multinational corporations are already investing in Oman's steady economy and find a number of reliable business services and regulatory partners.
For a business like ours, a constructive relationship with a regulator is really critical. I think the government and regulators have charted a really steady course through some of the changes that have impacted the Middle East. The changes that the government and the regulators have introduced have been steady-handed, considered, and really thought through with a really strong framework. If I give you an example, some of the changes that have come as a result of the introduction of takaful and Islamic finance more broadly have been well thought through, considered, and as a consequence, implementation through the insurers and banks is really well thought through.
Adding to its investment appeal is the country's untapped potential. The Gulf Organization for Industrial Consulting analyzes industrial investment potential throughout the region. They single out potential projects ripe for the picking in Oman, spanning sectors from metals and metalworking to chemicals and food.
Oman is located very close to a major country like India. It has ports on the Arabian Sea, which are free ports. Free in the sense that when there's any problem on the Straits of Hormuz, or if there are any problems, the extra risk taxes don't come in. So we are located very favorably on the trade routes. And so I would say, should Oman wish to go into a major trade relationship with places like India and Pakistan, or on the East African coast, even as far down as South Africa, the potential is available.
Returning from oceans far away, dedicated to superior maritime services that are key to the economic development of this great nation. Oman Shipping Company, crossing oceans to secure the future.
Maritime Shipping. With our extensive network throughout the region, we cover every aspect of the supply chain. Your partner for comprehensive world-class logistics services. Maritime Shipping. As a global shipping and logistics hub, Oman has what it takes to excel. Most obvious is its geographical advantage. Oman is opportunely set in the heart of the Middle East and is easily accessible on major international shipping routes. The port of Salalah, set on the primary shipping route between Europe and Asia, offers streamlined connections to the Upper Arabian Gulf, the Indian subcontinent, the Red Sea and East Africa. It's one of the fastest growing terminals in the West Central Asia region. Just 8 days by sea from Singapore, Salalah is ranked one of the leading global transshipment hubs and one of the most influential trade ports in the world. Meanwhile, Sohar Industrial Port is currently the target of a massive expansion and upgrade, as it's to be positioned to serve as a major trade link between Asia and North America. The capital's Port Sultan Qaboos sits across the sea from India and is currently still moving about 12.3 million freight tons of cargo per year. With the rise of Oman's commercial ports, by the end of 2014, Sultan Qaboos Port is set to be transformed into a full-time tourism port.
We are building now the infrastructure to enable us really to be a hub for the Indian continent countries and Asia also to link Western Asia. And we are also building these ports to be a gateway to the GCC countries. And we think through the railway project that is coming up, we will be able to fulfill this vision by connecting our ports, mainly Sohar, Duqm and Salalah, to the other GCC countries. And this is slowly happening now. These ports are worldwide. They have established a worldwide name. They are known to the Asian markets and the European markets. And we are very confident that in the next 10 years, these ports will play a major role for fulfilling this vision of having Oman as a gateway to the GCC countries and a hub to link Asia with Europe.
When His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said began his rule in 1970, he announced improving the country's healthcare services as a top priority. And the benevolent Sultan is living up to his promises. With only 2 hospitals and 13 doctors in 1970, Oman now has 236 government healthcare facilities that provide international standard care to patients all over the country. In 1970, the life expectancy for Omani citizens was just 50 years of age. Today, that figure has risen to an average of 75 years.
Healthcare in Oman, as we know it, started in 1970 when His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said assumed power. He made a very strong political commitment that health and education are priorities and they should be free and accessible to all Omanis. The Ministry of Health was established and at that time initiated several programs to tackle preventable diseases and also to target the most vulnerable individuals, and that is babies and children.
To continue to improve the country's healthcare services and cope with a rapidly growing population, Oman's Ministry of Health has launched Vision 2050, an ambitious development plan that includes focusing on tertiary healthcare and setting up approximately 10,000 further facilities by 2050.
Oman is a country where the nationals have free access to the public health care. The life expectancy of an average Omani citizen is well above 75 years these days, which means there are more people who are going to be available to be taken care from the health and healthcare sector. With the surging or the booming economy which is there, with more and more population expansion in the country, you definitely require health as providing a better health care as a very core requirement. This seems to be unabated in the last 3 to 4 decades and perhaps a long time to come. Looking into these factors, healthcare is an important aspect for investment though.
While all Omanis are entitled to free health services, private healthcare is becoming increasingly sought after, and Oman welcomes investments in new healthcare technologies, training programs, research activities and services.
The health sector, which I represent, has been always at the forefront of development for the government. The investments have been coming forward in manpower deployment, resource building. The long-term growth prospects of the country have turned out to be very good by the various financial parameters.
Asian healthcare and pharmaceutical companies in Oman are not only able to benefit commercially from their operations, but are encouraged to become involved in the transfer of medical know-how and in meeting a growing social need.
The pharmaceutical industry is very well developed here. We have very good government administration, particularly under the Ministry of Health. The products which are coming into Oman are registered products, and the quality of the products imported is of very high quality.
Welcome to Muscat Pharmacy Oman, one of the oldest and largest pharmacies in the Sultanate. Beginning in 1968 with just one pharmacy, we have steadily grown over the years and diversified to better serve our clients. Beyond our local knowledge, we have extensive international partnerships with top names in pharmaceutical manufacturers to ensure the healthy growth of the country. Some of these partners include AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Siemens. We have a network of 66 retail outlets to efficiently bring healthcare solutions to all parts of Oman. We constantly seek new partners to bring innovative healthcare solutions to Oman, such as health tourism, so that Omanis and international residents have world-class healthcare options. Muscat Pharmacy. We make good health happen.
Surrounded by cascading golden dunes, Desert Night Camp is an authentic and luxurious place to stay. Whether you're seeking an inspiring getaway or an active adventure holiday. Added to the sheer relaxation, there's a host of activities to indulge in. A full variety of experiences and adventures is yours to relish. Desert Night Camp, a truly magical getaway.
Oman Sail is a great success story for world sport development in the last few years. It has put the Sultanate of Oman on the global radar for sailing and is one of the most innovative programs for progression. Formed in 2008, the government-backed initiative pays homage to Oman's maritime legacy, connecting thousands of Omanis to their heritage and inspiring development through sport. Starting off with a historic voyage that marked the journey of the first Omani to sail non-stop around the world, Oman Sail has taught thousands how to sail and is growing with each year. It's now responsible for helping to promote Oman as a premium tourist destination, offering numerous water sport facilities as well as sailing. All involved are ambassadors for Oman's values of talent, authenticity and hospitality, flying the flag for Oman as they take to the top of the world. Oman's tourism industry is a pivotal focus of Vision 2020, as the sector is expected to contribute 3% to GDP by 2020. Travelers in the know have learned that Oman offers exceptional natural beauty and an authentic Arabian experience. Another compelling reason to visit Oman is its people, well known for their openness and generosity. Muscat, the official Arabian tourism capital in 2012, is the gateway to Oman. In keeping with its Arabian tradition, there's no skyscraper in sight. Instead, Muscat's architecture is both ancient and modern, with no building sitting taller than 40 meters. Now home to some of the most luxurious resort facilities in the world, Muscat is perhaps an ideal retreat for any traveler. Muscat is just the beginning. Beyond the city landscape lay vast expanses of desert, both enchanting and awe-inspiring. For thrill seekers, sand duning provides an exhilarating experience, and Oman's many dunes may provide the perfect setting.
We offer a lot thanks to our tours, starting from desert safari trip, mountain, hiking, trekking. If you go to the sea, starts from diving. Every city in Oman has a professional and listed international diving center. So you see the dolphin, wild dolphin everywhere in the coastline in Oman. You see the turtles breeding, dhow cruise. You go to the forts and castle, which is listed by UNESCO. We have more than 500 forts. So Oman has a lot to offer. That makes Oman different than other countries within the region.
For nature lovers, Oman's beauty is varied and unique. In a surprising contrast to Oman's dramatic desert, the south of Oman is green and fertile during the monsoon months of July and August. Visitors can also discover hundreds of ancient landmarks throughout the country, including Jabreen Castle, located just a few hours from Muscat. Built in the 17th century, the fort is set in the heart of the ancient city of Nizwa, and was once a formidable stronghold against those seeking to take the city's abundant wealth. The castle remains an authentic expression of superior Omani craftsmanship and offers a glimpse into a diverse past. This stable, beautiful, peaceful and welcoming land offers opportunities for investment in everything from hotels, resorts and convention centers to new aviation services and property in luxurious integrated tourism complexes. Authenticity, beauty and high potential tourism projects, Oman has them all rolled into one.
Waves International Hotel, Muscat. World-class comfort and amenities combined with authentic Omani charm and hospitality. Ideally located in the heart of Oman's beautiful capital city, Waves International Hotel, Muscat is the perfect home away from home in Oman for business and leisure travelers. With 120 rooms and 3 restaurants, including a very popular coffee shop, Waves International has been the customary choice amongst international travelers since the hotel opened in 2011. Waves International works with a number of leading tour operators, airlines, and corporate customers worldwide and welcomes the chance to form new partnerships. A 100% Omani hotel brand committed to offering you everything you expect in an upscale hotel, along with true Omani hospitality. The Waves International Hotel in Muscat. All One Travel and Tourism, your preferred source for world-class travel services. Looking for a luxurious desert safari? A dolphin watching trip? We will make sure you experience an unforgettable holiday. We will bring you to the most unique underwater corals or show you the true local culture. All One Travel and Tourism. Let us help you experience the adventure of Oman. The 4-star Golden Tulip Seep Hotel, your hotel of choice in Muscat. Conveniently located just minutes from Muscat International Airport, the hotel has 177 rooms, a restaurant, and large outdoor pool, a sunbathing deck, 2 tennis courts, banquet and meeting facilities for up to 350 guests, offering exemplary service and much more. The Golden Tulip Sea, your home in Muscat.
Oman is an open economy. It's a stable country. We have a stable currency. Most of our investment laws are created to encourage foreign investment into the country. And there are great potentials here. The government is embarking on a huge expansionary projects, and I think there are many sectors here which the Asians can involve themselves in it. It's the trade, the industry, the tourism, and the financial products as well.
Well, we've been here since 1971, and this is a really important part of our business. We would say that Oman offers a stable economy. We think the government has trodden a really sure-footed path through some of the changes that have impacted the Middle East. There's certainly significant opportunity given the infrastructure investment and social wealth creation that's currently happening in Oman, and I think it's a place that's very welcoming to foreign investment.
It's a great destination to visit. It's a great place to live in. A lot of opportunities to invest in for sure for companies or individuals wanting to invest in this part of the world. A lot of institutions are in place to control foreign investment as well as local. Quite well established.
Thanks to the enlightened leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, Oman has transformed itself from an ancient desert land into a world-class trade hub, business base, and tourism destination. All the while maintaining its delightful traditional culture, stability, and natural beauty. The very essence of old and new stands side by side in this delightful desert jewel. A one-of-a-kind, original Oman.